Hello again, everyone. It's me, Justin, for 1001 Movie Reviews You Must See Before You Die. Tonight I'm reviewing the movie The Last Laugh from 1924, directed by F.W. Murnau. This one, I wasn't really looking forward to watching it. It didn't seem very interesting to me. I mean, it was a decent movie, so let me just get right to it and tell you about the things I wrote down. Really an opening scene with explaining what the movie's about and how it's about this elderly doorman that works at a hotel. I took to calling him Otto just because it's a German film, so I figured why not give him a German name, because we don't know his name in the movie, so I just called him Otto. And we see Otto, how he's just the type of worker that loves his job and has so much pride and dignity in his job. But we also see that he's gotten on in his years, and he's having a tough time with the job itself, which plays a key fact later on in the movie. So anyway, there's a little scene the next morning after when Otto goes off to work. He's in this really nice looking suit that he wears at his job as a doorman, and there's this funny little moment where this lady who lives next door to Otto in the apartment building, she's beating her rugs out, and she stops really quickly and starts to laugh because she doesn't want to mess up Otto's suit. And it really goes to show you how much the people love Otto and have respect for him because of his job and how he's so proud of his job. Anyway, moving on, he gets to work, and the moment he finds out that he's been replaced at his position, it's this great little metaphor where he's going through one of those spinning doors, that go around in circles, and I just thought of that as just such a great metaphor for the cycle of a worker, or the cycle of life, and how there's always a point where you may not want it, but there's a point where all things end. And I just found this whole metaphor for the door, as a really brilliant metaphor. And then of course, he goes and sees his boss, and after he sees this much younger and stronger looking doorman that's replaced him, he goes and tries to prove to his boss, when his boss informs him that he's going to be replacing an even older worker who they didn't demote. They just basically put him out to pasture and made him retire to a home. And then Otto, he tries to prove that he can still do the job by he tries to lift up a trunk over his head, and of course he collapses because he's just so old and he can't handle it anymore. And the whole scene is just really sad. You see somebody who loves and has such pride in their job, and to see them come to the realization that their time is up. It was just really sad. And to make matters worse, I don't understand this. They take his suit, and I don't understand that. If they loved this worker and respected him for all the hard work that he's done throughout his years with the hotel, why would they take the thing that he cherishes the most? It doesn't. I don't get it. It's just. I don't get it. Give the man something. I think he's earned the right to keep that suit. I mean, it was just one of those moments where you just feel so bad. I mean, it's a movie, but you can relate to it in life. It's like I don't know what I would do if I mean, I'm at the point in my life where I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for the rest of my life. But if I got to be Otto's age, and somebody told me that I couldn't do my job anymore, I would be crushed. It's just one of those moments where I could totally relate to it, even though I'm not at that point yet. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for my life. But anyway, moving on. Otto obviously goes home, and there's a wedding taking place in his apartment building. I don't know if his daughter got married or if it was somebody else. I couldn't figure that one out. I think it was his daughter who gets married, and there's this big party at Otto's house so I'm thinking it was his daughter who got married. And there's this, and of course he gets drunk. Something bad goes on at your job. I've done it myself. You kick back a couple bottles worth of beer or some hard stuff, and your problems go right out the window. And of course, there's a lot of amazing visuals when he's drunk. There's this really great shot when they're drunk. A guy's playing the trumpet, and like there's this great shot. It starts on like the end of the trumpet, and it pulls out like as he blows on the trumpet. And I thought that was a really cool looking shot. He falls asleep, and he has this dream where like he holds up there's this shot of like this big door, where one of those big spinning doors, and like all kinds of really amazing visuals, distortion of the lenses by making them blurry, probably with the whole Vaseline on the lens trick. All kinds of great scenes. Then moving on, he goes back the next morning, to his job, his new job as the janitor of the washroom. And of course, his wife, for whatever reason, comes to give him his lunch or something, and she finds out of his demotion, and she freaks out. And like, once again, why would his wife freak out? Why wouldn't she be supportive of her husband? I couldn't figure that one out. And then of course, Otto's totally downbeat and downtrodden about his job, and he's trying to shine a man's shoes, and of course he fails at that. And then of course he goes home, and by this point the whole neighborhood is found out, and like I don't understand why they're laughing at the guy. It's just like, just because he got demoted, it doesn't make him a terrible person. I mean, it makes the people that demoted him a terrible person. And like, it's just totally absurd to me, like how quickly people forget, just because something bad, a person's demoted doesn't make them any less of a human being. I mean, what is wrong with these people? But anyway, there's a nice little twist ending. You think like Otto, nothing good is going to come out of Otto. Well, this is one ending I'm just gonna give away, because it makes the title of the movie work so well. We see a bunch of people sitting around reading a newspaper, and we read a newspaper article that says, "Millionaire dies, a fortune to be given away to the one who he was last in the arms of." And it turns out that this millionaire has a heart attack in the washroom, and Otto was the last one to have him, the man in his arms. So, and then we see all these great shots of Otto sitting at the hotel restaurant, eating like all this amazing looking food, and he goes into the washroom, and like the ending I wish had just ended on that article and the people laughing and Otto smoking a big cigar, just laughing. I think it would have worked best, and it kind of got drawn out, like, and it kind of took away from it, and it got to the point where I almost thought like Otto was he had gotten corrupted. But then we see him like giving like lots of money to the workers, and like it tied up nicely, but I think it just it would have been funnier if it just ended with Otto laughing instead of having to drag out to the point that he's now rich because he inherited this guy's money. So all in all, it was a good little film. Some interesting visuals in it, but I probably wouldn't ever watch this one again. I mean, if you want to, check it out. If not, it's really not that big a loss. But it really got me to thinking, like how sad it is, when people have to, sometimes I mean, I don't think in this regard, in Otto's regard, I think he could have kept doing his job properly. But it's just sad to think, that sometime your time, in the workforce is going to end, and like it's so hard to, just accept that your time is over, and people, if they have a lot of pride, it's tough, and like it really, some of the scenes with Otto going through all that, it really affected me, and it really makes me hope that I'm never in that position, and I'm able to be able to retire on my own and not be forced out of it. So anyway, that's all for the last laugh. As for my next review, that it shall be, just a moment. Next one shall be another Buster Keaton movie, Seven Chances from 1925. So look for that in a few days. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.